Imagine for a moment that the daily fog you sometimes feel in your mind isn't inevitable. That struggle to focus, that extra effort to remember a name, or even that afternoon slump. It might not just be age catching up with you. What if, instead, the real challenge isn't about how old you are, but what your brain is actually receiving from your meals? After 60, it's easy to feel frustrated. You followed the usual advice: eat a balanced diet, stay hydrated, exercise, but something still feels off. You notice that your mind tires faster, your thinking isn't as sharp, and tasks that once felt effortless now require extra mental energy. Many seniors feel this way, and it's not because they're slowing down in the usual sense. Often, it's simply that the brain isn't getting the nutrients it needs in the most accessible form. Now, let's be honest. You've probably tried raw vegetables because raw is best. And yes, they're full of nutrients. But here's the catch. As we age, our bodies often absorb nutrients less efficiently. That leafy green you chewed yesterday, your gut might only be able to extract a portion of its benefits. Cooking, in gentle and specific ways, can actually unlock more of the compounds your brain thrives on: B vitamins, magnesium, antioxidants, and more. These aren't just buzzwords. These are the building blocks of energy, focus, and memory. You might be thinking, cooked vegetables? But I don't want to lose the vitamins. And you're right to be cautious. Overcooking can damage delicate nutrients. But experts have observed that light steaming, sautéing, or gentle roasting can enhance absorption without significant losses. It's a balance, a way to make every bite more effective for your aging brain. Imagine feeling more alert after breakfast, sharper at midday, and more mentally resilient by evening. That's the kind of difference subtle changes in cooking can make. And it doesn't require complicated diets, exotic ingredients, or hours in the kitchen. Just a few strategic choices, applied consistently, can help your brain get the fuel it needs to thrive. Consult your healthcare provider before starting new exercises or routines. Stop if pain, dizziness, or discomfort occurs. Use support if needed. While this isn't about exercise today, it's a gentle reminder that safety always comes first, even in the kitchen. Research suggests that our brains after 60 respond differently to nutrients than in younger years. Many people notice that even a well-balanced meal doesn't always translate into sustained mental energy. One reason is that traditional advice, eat your greens, skip the oil, avoid fat, isn't always aligned with how our aging brains metabolize nutrients. For example, B vitamins support nerve signaling, magnesium stabilizes cellular energy, and antioxidants fight subtle oxidative stress that can accumulate in neurons. But raw foods may not always deliver these compounds in a way your body can fully use. Gentle cooking transforms vegetables in ways that make these nutrients more accessible. For instance, lightly cooking spinach or broccoli can increase levels of certain antioxidants. Cooking sweet potatoes or carrots can make their beta-carotene more bioavailable. These aren't dramatic, magical changes. They're small, science-backed shifts that add up over weeks and months. Seniors often notice sharper focus, steadier moods, and less mental fatigue when incorporating these methods. The benefits extend beyond just energy. Improved nutrient absorption supports cerebral blood flow, helping oxygen and glucose reach the neurons efficiently. Stabilized blood sugar means fewer dips that leave you mentally drained. And over time, this combination can help preserve independence in daily tasks, whether it's managing finances, following a complex recipe, or even driving safely. One of the most compelling advantages is time efficiency. You don't need to cook elaborate meals or spend hours on preparation. A simple steam, sauté, or gentle roast for 10 to 15 minutes is often enough. For seniors, this is key, maintaining mental energy without creating stress in the kitchen. Many people notice that even minimal, consistent cooking adjustments can have a cumulative effect on how alert and resilient they feel throughout the day. But here's something most people never realize. Not all vegetables work the same way for brain energy. Some release their nutrients more readily when cooked, while others are better raw. And there's one simple strategy that can multiply the benefits of every meal you prepare. Throughout this video, I'll reveal 5 vegetables that, when cooked gently, can enhance your brain energy significantly. And we'll do more than just name them. We'll go step by step, explaining why each one matters after 60, how to cook it for maximum benefit, and even the subtle mistakes most people make that reduce its impact. I want you to imagine this as a countdown. Each item will build on the last, and by the end, you'll have a practical, repeatable set of tools for keeping your brain energized throughout the day. I'll even include small tweaks for those days when mobility is limited or energy is low. And there's a secret I'll tease here. The very first vegetable we cover unlocks a nutrient pathway that supports both mental clarity and steady energy, something many seniors struggle to maintain. Stick around, because skipping it would mean missing the foundation for the other 4. Before we dive in, I'd love for you to pause and consider this. Where are you watching from today? How old are you? And how does your mind feel during a typical day? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a gentle, no-pressure way to connect with others who are navigating the same challenges. Your experience matters, and hearing from peers often sparks small, actionable ideas that are surprisingly easy to implement. Now, let's begin the countdown of 5 brain-energizing vegetables, cooked in ways that maximize nutrient absorption. 5. Spinach, the gentle iron booster. At first glance, spinach may seem like an ordinary leafy green, the kind you toss into a salad without thinking twice. But there's more happening inside those delicate leaves than meets the eye. When cooked gently, spinach unlocks magnesium, iron, and certain antioxidants that your body can use more efficiently than when eaten raw. These nutrients aren't just good for you in a vague sense. They're deeply connected to energy production, nerve function, and even mood regulation, all of which become especially important after 60. Many seniors notice that fatigue can set in even after simple tasks, reading, walking a short distance, or completing household chores. Often, this isn't laziness. It's the body signaling that the mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells, need support. Magnesium and iron from spinach, when made bioavailable through gentle cooking, provide the building blocks for these mitochondria to produce energy efficiently. In other words, the simple act of steaming spinach can help your cells and your brain run more smoothly. Here's how to prepare it for maximum benefit. Steam fresh leaves for 2 to 3 minutes until they are bright green and just tender. Avoid overcooking, because leaving them on the heat too long can degrade vitamin C and delicate antioxidants. A small drizzle of olive oil not only adds flavor, it also helps your body absorb the fat-soluble nutrients. Common mistakes seniors often make include cooking spinach for too long, tossing it in cold water immediately after steaming, which can wash away nutrients, or over-seasoning with salt or heavy sauces, which can overshadow the natural, subtle flavors that indicate nutrient-rich leaves. Here's the coaching cue. Watch the leaves carefully. Stop cooking the moment they are tender yet vibrant. That's the sweet spot that most people miss, where the magic of nutrient absorption truly happens. For best results, aim for a small handful of spinach daily or every other day. You can keep it simple by steaming, or mix things up by lightly sautéing with a touch of garlic or folding into soups and stews. And here's an unexpected bonus. The magnesium in spinach doesn't just help your cells produce energy, it also supports calmness and can subtly reduce stress-related mental fatigue, giving your brain a gentle lift throughout the day. Next, we'll move to a root vegetable that acts like a slow-release battery for your brain, keeping energy steady from morning until evening. 4. Carrots. Beta-carotene for clarity. Carrots may look familiar, even ordinary, but there's a reason they've remained a staple in kitchens worldwide for centuries. Gentle cooking transforms their beta-carotene, the compound that gives carrots their bright orange hue, into a form your body can absorb more efficiently. Beta-carotene is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your brain cells, supports vision, and aids overall cognitive clarity. After 60, it's common to notice attention waning in mid-morning or mid-afternoon. That mental slump isn't inevitable. Carrots can help by delivering steady nutrients that support cellular protection and slow, sustained energy release. To prepare carrots for maximum benefit, peel and slice them into sticks or rounds, lightly drizzle with olive oil, and roast at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes until tender but not browned. Avoid high heat, as it can degrade delicate antioxidants and reduce beta-carotene availability. Many seniors make small but important mistakes with carrots: boiling too long, which can wash away water-soluble nutrients, or microwaving without covering, which dries them out. Coaching cue: place slices in a single layer to roast evenly, allowing each piece to reach that tender but firm state. That's when the beta-carotene becomes most bioavailable. Frequency: a few times per week is enough to keep the brain's antioxidant defenses supported. Easier variation: steam lightly rather than roast. Slightly harder: roast with a small pinch of cinnamon or nutmeg, which adds flavor and an extra layer of antioxidant protection. Unexpected bonus: the carotenoids in carrots support eye health, which often declines subtly with age and influences overall brain alertness. Coming up next is a cruciferous powerhouse that is gentle on digestion, yet mighty for boosting brain energy and protecting against cellular stress. 3. Broccoli, the sulforaphane ally. Broccoli often intimidates seniors because of its tough stems or slightly bitter flavor. But here's the secret: when you steam it lightly, broccoli unlocks sulforaphane, powerful antioxidants, and B vitamins that are linked to cognitive resilience. These nutrients support both energy and focus, and help your brain combat subtle oxidative stress that can accumulate over the years. Why it matters: gentle cooking preserves broccoli's texture, flavor, and nutrient content, giving your brain a reliable boost without the stress of heavy preparation. It's one of those vegetables that supports mental sharpness simply by being included regularly in your meals. Step by step, separate florets into bite-sized pieces, steam 3 to 5 minutes until tender crisp. Avoid overcooking. Overboiling leaches valuable nutrients, and microwaving without a cover can dry it out. Don't discard the stems. They're nutrient-rich and surprisingly tender when sliced thin. Coaching cue: aim for tender crisp. That snap of freshness is your indicator that nutrients are intact. Frequency: 2 to 3 times per week. Easier: chop florets into smaller pieces for faster steaming. Harder: lightly sauté after steaming for extra flavor and a slight caramelization that retains nutrients. Unexpected bonus: sulforaphane has mild anti-inflammatory effects, which may subtly enhance energy, focus, and overall cognitive resilience. After broccoli, we'll explore a tuber that stabilizes blood sugar while giving your neurons a slow, steady fuel source. 2. Sweet potatoes, slow-release brain fuel. Sweet potatoes might feel indulgent, but they are a remarkable source of beta-carotene, magnesium, and complex carbohydrates that support sustained mental energy. Unlike simple carbs that spike blood sugar and leave you drained, sweet potatoes provide slow-release fuel for your brain, helping maintain focus and mental stamina throughout the day. Many seniors notice that mental fatigue often coincides with dips in blood sugar. Sweet potatoes help smooth these fluctuations, giving your neurons the energy they need to keep thinking clearly and working efficiently. Step by step, peel or wash thoroughly, cut into cubes, and either steam for 10 to 15 minutes or roast with a light brush of olive oil at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. Aim for tender but firm pieces. Common mistakes: over-roasting or slicing too thin, which can caramelize too quickly and spike blood sugar. Coaching cue. Check doneness with a fork. It should slide in without resistance, but pieces should retain shape. Frequency, several times per week. Easier, steam and mash for soups or as a side. Harder, roast and season with mild herbs like rosemary or thyme for flavor and added antioxidant benefits. Bonus, fiber supports gut health, which influences brain function through the gut-brain axis, a subtle but important connection often overlooked in seniors. Next, the number one vegetable, saved for last because it's a keystone that enhances the brain-boosting benefits of all the others. 1. Bell peppers, the vitamin C energizer. Bell peppers are vibrant, flavorful, and packed with vitamin C, a nutrient that supports blood vessel health and enhances oxygen delivery to the brain. Gently sautéing or steaming them increases bioavailability of this vitamin, which in turn helps maintain alertness and protect neurons from oxidative stress. Why it matters. After 60, slower thinking, midday mental fatigue, or a sense of foggy brain can become more noticeable. Bell peppers help fuel energy production at a cellular level and protect nerve cells from subtle stress that accumulates with age. Step by step, slice into strips, steam 3 to 4 minutes, or sauté lightly with olive oil over low heat. Avoid high heat, which can reduce vitamin C content. Common mistakes include overcooking, microwaving dry, or peeling unnecessarily. Coaching cue. The color and slight crunch indicate peak nutrient retention. Frequency, 3 to 4 times per week. Easier, add to soups or stews near the end of cooking. Harder, stir-fry briefly with other vegetables for a vibrant, nutrient-dense dish. Unexpected bonus. The natural sweetness satisfies cravings without added sugar, supporting more stable energy levels throughout the day. If you're finding these tips useful, go ahead and like this video and subscribe for more gentle, science-informed strategies to support your brain and body. We're just halfway through our countdown insights, and there's more practical guidance to come in your journey to sustained mental energy. When you combine these 5 vegetables in rotation, the effect is cumulative. Gentle cooking unlocks nutrients, supports cerebral blood flow, stabilizes energy, and reduces mental fatigue, all without complicated diets or stress. Simplicity is key. A handful of steamed spinach, roasted carrots, tender broccoli, soft sweet potatoes, and lightly sautéed bell peppers can form the backbone of a brain-supportive diet. Many seniors notice that rotating these vegetables and meals for a few weeks results in subtle but meaningful improvements in focus, memory recall, and overall mental energy. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about consistent, small steps that your body and brain can reliably absorb. A weekly example routine might look like this. Monday, steamed spinach plus roasted carrots. Tuesday, broccoli plus sweet potato mash. Wednesday, bell peppers plus spinach stir-fry. Thursday, roasted carrots plus broccoli. Friday, sweet potatoes plus bell peppers. Saturday/Sunday, repeat favorites, maintaining gentle preparation. This pattern keeps nutrient intake balanced, enhances absorption, and reduces the monotony of meals, an overlooked factor that influences appetite and brain engagement. Now, a few questions to reflect on and share if you feel comfortable. 1. Which daily movement has become harder lately? 2. How many minutes per week do you currently move? 3. What's your biggest challenge staying consistent? Answering these gently can help you notice patterns in your energy and focus. Often, simply reflecting or sharing in a supportive community motivates subtle adjustments that make a difference. Before we close, remember this: age is not a limitation, and small, consistent strategies, like gentle cooking, can have profound effects on your mental energy. Celebrate the choices you make each day, whether it's taking a few extra minutes to steam vegetables or simply noticing how you feel after a meal. These moments accumulate. You've already taken a step by learning how to prepare vegetables that support brain energy. Keep experimenting gently. Listen to your body, and honor what works for you. With patience and consistency, your days can feel clearer, more focused, and more energized at any age. Be proud of every small step. Your brain, like a garden, thrives when nurtured steadily. Gentle cooking isn't just food preparation. It's a way of feeding your mind, body, and confidence. You can do this, and every meal is an opportunity to support your brain's energy, clarity, and resilience.